Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I am gonna show you guys what I got done for today. Matthew finished painting the last bit of paint that needed to be painted in this section, and then we moved on to over here, but we were waiting on well, just kind of that we're doing everything in chunks, sort of, but we like I said, he finished that section. The biggest one was that we had to do this because we need to get these cabinets in here, and then kind of moved on, like we did up to that point so we could get the cabinets in over there, and then ended up finishing up over on this side. But now we're waiting on like the stove stuff that's kind of going on over here. So I think the next section is really gonna be from like this this point in the doorway pretty much to about there, or maybe even this up top part, like all the way across. But as you guys can see, this was my job for today. I took all the cabinet doors off, unscrewed everything, and got all the hardware off. So it's so funny that it makes this space feel so much bigger. I'm like, wow, this kitchen feels like 5 times it normally does. And I'll be honest, guys, I think I was telling you guys this, I really felt like that over there, this was going to make the space feel smaller. It actually doesn't. I think it does the opposite. I truly think that it actually makes it feel bigger. Like it makes it feel taller because of the pantry there, but it also just makes the space feel like bigger and more functional. And honestly, we thought we were going to get rid of our kitchen table and actually go with a smaller kitchen table. I totally think it actually works in this space still. I mean, it isn't the best, but you can definitely have 4 people sitting at the kitchen table, and we could put the leaf in. I mean, obviously we're not going to do that now, but like we could totally put the leaf in and have it for you know, if we were having company over and stuff like that. So that, like I said, is really cool. Like I said, I took all those cabinets doors off and everything like that, and then I ended up actually taking off all of the overhead stuff up there as well. So I took down the blinds, and the we had like a, whatever the thing's called that goes up top for like curtains and stuff like that, and we didn't have any curtains on it though, but I took that all down today as well. And then there was a sign that was up there. I took that down. My dad took the knife thingy that's over here. It was on that wall, and he took that down yesterday, or today, maybe earlier, along with the washboard that was also up there. So he took that stuff down, but then everything else I unscrewed. Everything else is hanging up on there. And I also took off the little handles that were down here, like at the bottom of the window, because we need to repaint it. We got some of those little, like, what's that stuff called? The, like, insulation sort of stuff that you can, like, stick in there, you know, because our windows are super, super drafty. They're super old and, like, original to the house. And the house was built in the 1950s, maybe, or something like that. I think the house is maybe, what does that make it, 70 years old? Something like that. I think 70 years old. So yeah, guys, it's kind of an older house, but yeah, I think the windows are all original to the house, so they're very drafty. And so we put some of that stuff in there, and you guys can see, like, down there there's still all that like black stuff that was from like the adhesive got stuck to it, and then like that, like, you know, like cushiony stuff that like goes in there, like the insulation kind of piece, which was just like pull off, like strip, like, you know, spongy material. It ended up getting stuck to the paint, and some of it pulled the paint off, and in other sections too, it's like the wood sort of just needs to be resanded as well and then repainted. But ideally my parents want to get new windows anyway, because we have storm like windows, like the storm windows, if that makes sense. Like if there's a screen in a storm window, instead of like the ones we have in the living room are like, I think, a 2-in-1 sort of thing. Like they're like double insulated. So yeah, that doesn't I don't know, it's just these windows are, like I said, insanely old. But the ones in our living room are new windows. The ones in here and in the rest of the house are all not. They're original to the house, but the upstairs, the like expansion part or whatever, some of those windows are sort of new, but not all of them. Like they were put on whenever the expansion was put on. So, I don't know. All I know, guys, is that we did find up in the attic, when me and Matthew were cleaning out a long time ago. I don't know if I told you guys. We actually found a newspaper ad from Jewel. I think it was in like the 1950s or something like that. Like, it was shoved like in the crevices, sort of, like of the, like the wall, like the floorboard sort of up there, and we were cleaning it out, and I was like, oh, what is in this? And it was like pieces of wood, and then the newspaper was wrapped in it, but it was really well preserved newspaper. And I was like, what is this? I went to like go open it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Jewel ad from like the 50s. It was like orange juice was like 75 cents or something crazy like that, and like I think that they called it like a picnic pork roast or something like that, was like 29 cents a pound or something. I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, so we found that up in the attic, which is pretty cool. But again, probably like original to the house was built, that it was up there from, I think. I don't totally remember. I just know it was like a pretty old newspaper, so I kind of want to go through it and see like what was in it, but I left it sitting up there because I was like, I don't want to go through it yet. But yeah, I kind of want to get it down and just see what's in it. So like I said, I flipped through like a couple of pages, but we were still in the middle of cleaning, so I was like, I'll have to see this at another time. But anyways, guys, yeah, so that's why, like I said, the windows and all that stuff is all going to be painted. But then, like I said, I took the doors off the cabinets. The cabinets are also going to be repainted. We are going to be getting at some point, I don't know how soon. It could be in like the next couple of weeks. It could be like months from now. We're going to be getting a new stove and hood. And then the other thing we're going to get is that I'm probably most excited about, which means that we're going to have to move this cabinet here for a, I don't know, 5th time now. I think I told you guys we hung it upside down and then like figured out now we're gonna have to move it, and then we moved it again because it wasn't butting up right. And so we're gonna have to move it another time, because what actually is going to happen is we are going to get a over the range microwave, but we're not going to put it over our range because of this up here. These cabinets are too big that if we got a range, it would literally go down to like here or something like that. Even the short one, I figured wouldn't like they have like I think Maytag and KitchenAid, maybe a couple other brands too, but I just know I was looking at those ones, or not Maytag, I think it was Whirlpool. They have like low profile microwaves, which I figured was like not gonna be too much bigger than the one we currently have, and we don't really love it that much. But long story short, the it would like fit there, but it was much more expensive. So we were like, well, it'd probably be less money to just get a regular hood range, and also to just get a mounted one of the cheaper ones, and just put it over here. And it doesn't have to, the one we were looking at is a convertible, so it can be like vent exhausted, or it can just do like the what's it called, like the, I don't know, recirculating, I think is what it's called. So we're gonna have that set up for it, but over here. Not that we really ever would need it for anything. We're not going to have like open flame or, you know, anything like that. But it would be kind of nice if it, you know, we did like something stunk in the house, we can always turn it on. You know, somebody burnt something, although we'll have the actual like hood for the range, we can also have the extra one over there. So I don't see any reason why we couldn't if it was, we had the stove on this side. So, but the problem is that it's gonna sit kind of low. So we're going to have to move this shelf up again, so it's actually like level with the top of the pantry over here. That makes sense. So me and my dad are going to be legit experts at hanging this particular cabinet, because this will be the 5th time that we've had to remove it and move it and hang it and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if we're doing that tomorrow, but I just know that like we have in mind the stove, the hood, and the microwave that we are definitely going to get. At first we were like, well, we could just get like a regular microwave and just get like put it on a shelf and stuff like that, but we figured that the shelf, like, I don't know, it was just a kind of a whole thing, and we were like, well, it's really, honestly, it's gonna be like $20 more to get the one that mounts to the bottom underneath anyway. And again, we don't have to have it for the range, or for the purpose of having it under the range, because it was 30 inches and that cabinet's 30 inches, so everything fits. Again, we just need to move the cabinet up because the microwave's going to be kind of like large, so it's going to be kind of big there. So anyways, guys, long story short, I think we're replacing our appliances, which this stove, my mom figured, is probably close to maybe 30 or 40 years old also. They didn't buy it when they came, I don't think when they moved in, but it's a Whirlpool, and so it's lasted a really long time. So my mom's like, let's replace that with another one. I think our refrigerator is a Kenmore. Our dishwasher is a Frigidaire, which was like, I think the cheapest one possible, and I cannot stand this dishwasher, guys. I want it replaced so bad. It still runs, so we're not going to replace it, but I so badly want a dishwasher that is a lot newer and can handle way more, because this one is just, it's like beyond anything. I really, honestly, guys, I don't want to say I hope it kicks out, because then I'd have to do dishes by hand until we get a new one, but I really hope, like, when the opportunity presents itself, we can get a new one if it does go out, because I cannot stand this thing. I've like hated it ever since we got it. And not that it hasn't run well, but I don't like that dishwasher. Like, like, it hasn't worked perfectly. And there's a weird thing too with, like, we don't even put the dish detergent in the detergent thing anymore, because the detergent door doesn't even open anymore. Like, I don't even know, it's so stuck, like it won't open. And so we just have to we have to buy the packs specifically and throw them in the bottom of the dishwasher to hope that they work. And normally, like, pretty much wash everything by hand for the most part, and then throw it in the dishwasher, just like sanitize it so there's nothing like stuck onto our dishes or anything like that. But like, you know, the whole sanitizing portion of it that we let the dishwasher do. But as far as actually cleaning the dishes, we pretty much do that by hand. And so it'd be lovely to get a dishwasher where you almost don't have to do half of that work too. If like stuff that was like kind of greasy still got like cleaned from that. But anyways, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up.